You're watching Life on Video. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Life on Video. We're back, and today we're at the Fort Worth Zoo in Fort Worth, Texas. Let's check it out. The zoo has really good vibes. I'm digging all of this African style huts and everything like that. That's pretty cool. Once you've purchased your tickets and you've scanned them at the ticket scanning booth, you're then going to walk across this beautifully themed bamboo bridge. It's lined beautifully with what appears to be pansies in these flower boxes. You have this nice little river running underneath. Immediately on the other side of this bridge, you're going to be met with a family of gorillas. And you can see back there where there's some movement, there's actually a mama gorilla and a baby gorilla back there. And then you can see this other gorilla that's perched up here on top of this little canopy. This has got to be one of the most active gorilla families I've ever seen in the zoo. They were pretty active the entire time we were there. It was pretty awesome to see. Hey, if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Subscribe, follow us. We put lots of content out, lots of family fun content out for everybody. Show our trips, show our expeditions so you can travel better and smarter with your family. And these gorillas outside border the world of primates and the aviary that we're going to walk into right now. This aviary, I gotta tell you, hands down, one of the coolest zoo exhibits I've ever been to before. Just look at it. I mean, this looks dead out of a movie or from the Biodome in Arizona or something. I mean, we've only been here for a couple minutes, and this place is impressive. Man. So the awesome part about this is the entire place is an aviary, but on the outside they have caged off areas, and that's where they have some more of the primates. So like right here. And what it is on the inside you see the cages, but these actually open up to the outside where we first saw those gorillas, and they're sectioned off on the outside so each animal can enter and exit this aviary as they wish. So you really get two experiences in one awesome exhibit. And I gotta be honest when I say we spent some decent time in here, because just looking at the birds and the plant life and everything that was inside this aviary, it was really cool. There's a lot of scientific information around too, like this evolution of skulls through the human and primate families, just to give an example. And once you're done on the inside, you can head back outside and you can see more of the gorilla exhibit. Obviously, there's more to see as you walk around, since the external all links to the internal, and you can see more of the animals as you go around. This was a first for me, seeing a mandrill. They really resemble baboons and Rafiki from The Lion King, but it's a mandrill. Made our way around from the world of primates. Now we're headed into the African savanna. And I gotta be honest, the theming here is very fun. I mean, you're talking very reminiscent of theme parks with how detailed they got here. I am absolutely digging that. If you have ever been to Disney's Animal Kingdom over in Orlando, I mean, this really has Harambe Village vibes. Dang. They did an amazing job here. And as you guys know from all my past videos, sucker for gift shops. They seem to be prevalent all over the park. So you can just hop in, do some shopping. And it appears that they have different stuff at each gift shop too, so that's really nice. You're not just looking at the same stuff all day. I'm digging it. Now we're gonna head over to the giraffe feeding zone, which this zone was actually pretty large, because you can see here, they have a rather large savanna area set up with their giraffes, zebras, different kinds of animals that you would find in the savanna. But you come over to the giraffe feeding zone and it's $6 per bundle, and you get some lettuce to feed the giraffes. And as you can tell, The giraffes are primed up and ready because they know what happens over here in this feeding zone. And understand they are not shy. They will come take your lettuce if you have it.
We just got to feed the giraffe. That is awesome. Very active too. Look, just all up here. I don't blame it. Look at all these people with lettuce. It's a buffet over here for these giraffes. And then you have a lot of other giraffes out here in this mock savanna, eating out of the trees. This is beautiful.
Rhinos and flamingos.
We made it to the flamingos. I gotta be honest, it does not stink. This is gonna be one of the first flamingo exhibits I've ever been to that doesn't stink.
So this is the smallest.
I think that's a safe way to indicate that this zoo's awesome. The flamingos don't stink.
Isn't that crazy?
And this is the black rhino. I gotta be honest, this is probably some of the largest horns I've ever seen on a rhinoceros. This rhino was just chilling here, eating some hay that they had laid out for it. But man, it's beautiful. And it was just great to see it thriving in its environment, honestly.
This is the hippo exhibit. Let's see if we can find one of the hippos.
One of the nice things about having to look for the hippo was you get to see all of this cool aquatic life living in here. All of these different types of fish just swimming around in this beautifully clear pond that they've built here. It was amazing to see. The scenery is something that they capture so well at the zoo for all of the animals and creatures they have here.
All right, we located the hippo. Huge. Eyes are closed, sleeping. And then just for our top reference, saw it poking out. Came over here to check it out. Oh wow, there it is. Eyes just came open. Thing is massive. Every nook and cranny of the zoo is themed out for something awesome. Even this restroom is a straw hut. Symbology on the wall. Very nice. Please believe me when I say this, there was absolutely no parking in the parking lot when we got here. We got here maybe close to noon, so about 2 hours after it opened. Zero parking. You have to drive around until parking frees up. But I can see why. This place is definitely worth it. One of the other nice aspects is the price to get in here is not astronomical. It's pretty comparable to any normal zoo you would go to. It's like, you know, somewhere between $14 to $20 when you take in a kid price and an adult price. So for what you get inside here, that's definitely reasonable.
Following out of this area, we do get to walk through this nice cargo netted bridge. The bridge itself is stable, but as you can see, there's cargo nets all around. But you are right next to these giraffes that are feeding out of the trees. They have these cool high up feeders to encourage the giraffes to come back here and feed, so that way you can not only see them from the feeding zone area, but you can come back here and see them as well. And you get a better view of some of the more animals that are around there because, like I said, that's a large open area to look through.
Walking into the elephant exhibit, they have this little boating dock over here. And this entire elephant exhibit is surrounded by water. And they're all out over there. I wonder if these are Indian. Oh, sorry. Let's see if we can find a name like her. Asian elephants. landscape. My goodness, it's just beautiful. Check this waterfall. Just adds to the aesthetics of seeing these animals at a zoo, you know. We've all seen Asian elephants at a zoo, but when it's coupled with this beautiful landscape scenery, it just makes it that much more special because I feel like the animals are really being engulfed in their environment.
I mean, just look at this waterfall, for example. It didn't have to be there, but they put it there along with this water feature, and it's amazing.
And the cool thing you're seeing right now is that this zoo is exciting. Look at this structure they built. That is not a normal structure in a zoo. That is themed to the max. Absolutely impressive. And it's right over here by the one-horned rhino exhibit, which you can see that rhino. It's way back there in the back, and you can even see, I don't know if you guys can see well, but even on the other side of that wall, there's another waterfall. It's like a pool in a larger area where when they need to pull this rhino back, he can escape and still have a nice environment to be in. Wow. An additional shopping location. Told you, they're all over the place at this zoo for sure. They're definitely trying to pull in that souvenir money. I don't blame them. That construction is for the predators of Asia and Africa. So over here they have some fencing going on that they're building. I'm sure there's probably going to be a lot of big cats on the other side of this fence right here. Coming this summer though. More shopping. Alright, we're out of the savannah right now. It's this open courtyard, and it looks like that's exactly what it is. A bunch of picnic tables, a bunch of shade, places to cool off. This big courtyard is for the Crocodile Cafe, which inside here they have the Jungle Grill, ice cream shop, and the Burger Shack. There are also restrooms here. And then what I think every good zoo has, a train. So you have the Yellow Rose Express Safari Train Depot. And let's see, train is free for children 2 and under. And all children require a ticket. The tickets are $4 per adult. If you are a member, you get $1 off each ticket. We're not members. We're still on vacation, so we paid our $4 per person. And there was actually a nice lady here, and she gave us a free ticket. So I guess they had bought one extra, and she didn't need it. So we purchased 4, so $16. This is the Yellow Rose Express train. We're gonna try to hop on real quick. Going on a train ride?
End of the zoo.
You excited? Going on a train ride.
Now let me tell you why this train ride is so genius. If you walked all the way to the end of the zoo, past the courtyard to the end of the zoo, you would have to then turn around and walk all the way back to the courtyard to exit. So if you hop on the train at the courtyard, it'll take you to the end of the zoo, and then you can just walk back and get the things you missed on the way out. Genius.
Alright, we just got off the train and we're in Texas town. There's a merry-go-round. Wow, even more theming out here. Holy smokes. Fort Worth doesn't miss, I'll tell you that. Got Boot Hill over here. This is the, I guess, is this for Tombstone? Hill Country. Nope, not Tombstone. Let's check out the children's ranch. Some ducks, pawn entry. No, not going on the train again. Ah, they have a panning station. Nice. It's not running right now, but it is a panning station. Got a hand washing station before we head into the children's zoo. Let's get it done. As expected, your classic petting zoo. Got some goats, pigs, primarily goats though. Primarily goats. Thanks. Go find one to pet. Gentle touches, babe. Let's talk about theming again. We're in Texas town here. Everything is decked out like the Old West.
We go in there.
Got the down on the farm play barn. Kids can go in and play. Texas Hall of Wonders right there. I mean, this is like a town square, you know? Old school town square. Another gift shop slash candy shop. You wanna look in here? Let's go check this out. You can tell the zoo holds a lot of popularity by how many of these gift shops are actually open. You go to a lot of zoos, and if they're not popular, they'll shut all of this outskirt stuff down because they don't make enough money to staff them. But this zoo definitely makes money. That's why it's all staffed. I love it. Got some candy. What'd you get?
Blue raspberry rock candy.
Go pick me up. This zoo is great. I don't know how many times I've said that. Look at all the theming around. Almost Wild Wild West theming. This honestly has nothing to do with the zoo, but it adds everything to the experience. A plus, man. Slowly, Fort Worth Zoo is slowly creeping up there in the top 3. Stepping inside yet another gift shop. Completely different merch as well. I do think I'm looking to get me some Fort Worth Zoo swag though. Fun fact about us is we actually used to live on the Gulf Coast. We lived in Pensacola, Florida for a while. It's very interesting living near the ocean for sure. It's fun, it's eventful, there's lots of things going on. And lots of sea life in the ocean in the Gulf. They have a touch tank in here full of sea urchins, oysters, horseshoe crabs, a bunch of other things. Ooh, the horseshoe crab.
2 fingers, okay? 2 fingers just in the back.
Don't be scared.
That's why I said no, because it's
Is it hard? You got a bald eagle. I'm sold. Best zoo ever.
I've never seen a zoo before.
Get a look at these mountain lions. There are 2 of them in this enclosure, and they are alive and active. There was not a dull moment standing here. And we have mountain lions here in Arizona, and you can see them at the Desert Museum. There's actually one, but it's usually just laying around in the heat. Not that active. These ones were really active, and you really get a close-up of how big they are in real life. Especially when they get down close to the front of the cage. I mean, these are mountain lions. You can run into them in the wild on a hike or anything like that, and just look how massive that cat is.
Such a perfect time to come to the zoo because everything's out and about right now. It's beautiful. It's probably like mid 60s. Humidity's super low. The sun makes it a little warmer, but everything's out. Great day to come. One of the things you can appreciate about the zoo too is the fact that there are not a million different offshoots where you're just like, which way we go, left or right. It's kind of you pick your way and it walks you through a distinct path to get through the entire exhibit. So not a lot of things left to chance at the zoo where you're gonna miss something or possibly walk by something. It really does take you in a direction where you see everything. And for us, being our first time coming here, that's very appreciated. This cafe here has ranch grill with sandwiches and salads, Dickie's barbecue pit, and Pizza Hut. Quality places, let's go. And of course, I wouldn't expect anything less than a beautiful setup in here. Walk up to Pizza Hut, grab what you want, order at the ranch grill, go to Dickie's, fountain drinks right here. They have that beautiful ceiling like they do at the Desert Museum and the Pack Rat Playhouse. Simple, very well put together. Absolutely digging it.
This exhibit definitely caught me off guard. The Fort Worth Zoo has penguins, and there's someone inside tracking them and feeding them, as you would normally see in a penguin exhibit. And I gotta tell you, these guys are absolutely thriving at the zoo. Look at this monster right here. And how about this curveball? Kangaroos. What?
We've finally found my favorite part of the zoo. Reptiles and amphibians. Let's get it, baby.
As you could see from the sign outside, this exhibit is titled MOLA, or Museum of Living Art. This is where you're going to find the snakes, the reptiles. That was a Burmese python. This is a gaboon viper or a rhino viper, known to have up to 2-inch long fangs, some of the largest fangs in the viper family. And then you also have this green mamba. So you have a lot of exotic and highly venomous snakes in this house, and this exhibit is just gorgeous. Take a look.
This exhibit is well put together. Lots of information, the lighting is great. All of the scenery, the backgrounds are beautiful. Well done.
This zoo even has a massive king cobra. Obviously, king cobras are pretty hard to tell how big they are until they stretch all the way out, but this one is huge. Take a look at it.
Honestly, this zoo went on a spare no expense style of construction, and I like it. It definitely shows their effort. Every detail shows here.
Got it. Oh man, that was crazy.
And now this guy's coming out.
Just check out the lifelikeliness and the size of this enclosure. I mean, it's honestly beautiful. And when you're going to feature my absolute favorite animal of any kind, the Komodo dragon, the king of lizards, I definitely am going to be a big fan of your zoo. Love the Lizard King. Enclosure is amazing too. Check it out.
we're gonna wrap it up here. Start heading out. We're down one. Just passed out. And that's gonna do it from the Fort Worth Zoo in Fort Worth, Texas. Man, I gotta be honest, I can't say enough good things about this place. I mean, just check the sign. Beautiful. Everything here is amazing. If you're ever in Fort Worth and you can only do one thing, make it the zoo. The zoo is beautiful, it's amazing. You won't regret it. Thanks for tuning in and stay tuned for more content here on Life on Video. Later.